Good morning, class 10. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing fine. My hair is totally in a bad hair day, it's a bad hair day. It's raining, it's gloomy, and I don't know. Everything is going on wrong. But I am full of energy with this online things going on, and your time has also come. It's past 5 months, I don't know, 6 months. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months running now. I couldn't feel it, and the weather is lovely in Muzaffarpur this time. Last year I felt the heat. This year I didn't feel anything. I have not been out in the sun because of this pandemic. My dark complexion has become fairer, I guess, and I don't know. I like talking, so I say the truth. I love saying the truth. It's okay or it's not okay. I don't mind. It's actually a part of. Acume part of me, you may say, or a frivolous part of me, which I am very frivolous about, or what to say. Generally, what happens when we acume acume, actually the word is I wanted to say is sharpness in me, a shrewdness in my sharpness or shrewdness, you can say, in my complexion, which I always have. This is a toxic behavior of me, you may say, because I am saying all these because we are on this Amanda part, right? Amanda. So she was always being nagged by her parents. I had given a brief explanation just with the part of your, I mean to say, of your poem by Robin Klein, right? So, Klein, Calvin Klein, Robin Klein, yes, Robin Klein, it's not Klein, Klein, Robin Klein. So, this is what it happens actually. When parents start nagging someone, we think that what is happening, don't get the hold of it, right? Robin McMog Klein is an Australian author. We have Stephen McMog, Stephen Mogg. So these are all from Australian backgrounds. Author. She's a book of children. She writes children's and young adult fiction also. She's still 84 years old, and she must have felt this in her life. That's why she's wrote it down. People write down things, and what do we like? She's portraying Amanda as a little school-going girl. She's constantly nagged by her parent. It's probably the mother. Now, these questions arise into Amanda's mind, like type of getting instruction as a part of her upbringing. Her conduct and manners are getting refined for future purposes. That's what she thinks. Or however it's showing it in the poem, right? But at the same time, Robin is saying that this is Robin herself. She's given Amanda the name. She would have enjoyed her freedom by making the patterns of her bare feet on the sand and would live a peaceful life instead of being nagged. Amanda is always scolded for eating too many chocolates, or as this caused pimples. She's also scolded for not listening to her mother. Every time when the father is sometimes scolding. I know what is happening here. Why does she want to become Rapunzel, because she feels that life in a tower will be peaceful and usual and unusual rather. She thinks she'll be free. Rapunzel was put into a tower, right? With long, beautiful hair. She was very beautiful. No one is there in the tower, so no one is going to nag her, no one is going to say anything to her. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anyone. Rapunzel had let down her long hair to this Prince Charming, and he had come up to her to save her. But she's saying that I will not let down my hair so that no one can come and disturb me. I want to have a peaceful life. She's so much in hatred, or she's so much in sorrow. Is it actually Amanda's fault if we read this poem? See, I'm not going to the book directly, but I can just ask you, because you won't be able to answer, so that is also quite of a humorous irony which is there in this online classes. I was just thinking, is it actually Amanda's fault? No, it's not her fault. Eating chocolate is not a crime. But it's too harsh, it's too bad for a child, or it's too difficult for a child to understand the concept of acne and pimples. Come on, take a break. A child is a child, that child wants to eat chocolate, so what's the harm in it? The world is not going to stop, or the pandemic is not going to get coming the second time. There's nothing worst of a child or for a child to wish to be an orphan. It's very bad to know that there is no one for you. So there is nothing worst for a child who wishes to be an orphan, doesn't want anything. She's nagged so much by her clothes, her creator, that she's wanting to be alone, an orphan. She's just seeking freedom from the overpowering environment around her by her family, or rather by her mother. It's not her fault that she's wanting to eat chocolate. It's not my fault that I want to go and eat pizzas. I eat a lot of pizzas. What's acne got to do with chocolate? Then stop the chocolate being sold in the market, right? She wants to become an orphan, as if she were a mermaid. She would drift slowly on the languid emerald sea. She would be the sole inhabitant of the relaxed green sea and would move slowly in it. You know what is a mermaid? Half fish and half girl, half human being. She's a small child whose parents are forever nagging her about, what to do, what not to do. This frequent interference makes her unhappy. It seems as she is not free to do anything that she wants to do. She wants freedom from all restrictions. There's this saying in a very well word said by Dr. late APJ Abdul Kalam's father in my childhood. When the son wants to go for extra studies, Kalamji is going to go for studies, and the mother tries to pull back, and he says that you are not the owner. You may have, this is not your son. You are the source of him to come. But his thoughts, his freedom his thinking is his own creativity. So let him go. Nurture and nature. Nature is our actual mother. Nurture is the mother who takes care of us. So mother has a huge effect on a child's life. If I always keep listening to my mother, I'll be bound in that softness. I might not become strong. I might not be able to face the world. I'll be always in that backward. But these days mothers have become very sporty. I've seen mothers driving, I've seen mothers on scooters, I've seen mothers go on playing and taking children to the playing. The father is not there, mother is there. The Supreme Court has allowed the mother also to, what to say, to sign for the children. Doesn't have to have a father these days. Doesn't matter. The mother is there, that's enough. So that woman power. So instead of building this, Amanda's moral instinct was going down. Okay, I'll come back in the next video.